Kicks for Kids is a church service project here in the capital city that donates new shoes to children who need them.
Instead of wearing flip-flops to school in the snow, hundreds of Lincoln children are now enjoying weather-appropriate footwear. Lance joins us now with this heartwarming and foot-warming story. Lance?
Indeed, this is definitely a story about the gifts that keep on giving. It's easy for many of us to take a trusty pair of shoes for granted. But at Spirit of Hope Lutheran Church in Northwest Lincoln, they really do live up to the name, because through their Kicks for Kids project, they really do bring a spirit of hope to every child that doesn't have to sit out at recess because they're embarrassed about their shoes.
So the mission of our congregation is to bring Christ's love to life. That's what we feel we're called to do.
Kicks for Kids got started back in 2011.
I think let's open them and see what we have.
Heather Ladman is the Kicks for Kids coordinator, and she says initially the modest goal of this project was to provide an underprivileged group of Belmont elementary students with 200 pairs of new shoes.
The money came in and God's vision was so much larger. So we took on, I believe, 3 more schools that year, the first year in 2011.
Fast forward to the present, and this school year, Kicks for Kids donated $10,000 worth of shoes to students in 11 elementary schools.
And this year, 717 pairs have been requested.
I think it's just a huge relief for families.
Sarah Rose measures little feet at West Lincoln Elementary and then gets the shoes ready for the teachers to hand out.
Yeah, they try to keep it pretty discreet also so that they're not embarrassing anybody.
Oh, aren't these adorable? I love Paw Patrol.
Becky Mantagna is a Kicks for Kids team leader.
As an ELL teacher, I have students that have come from Mexico, from all over the world, and a pair of shoes, they're like, wow, I'm a faster runner now. And their self-confidence was lifted just because they had a pair of brand new shoes.
Girls next to me, these are boys.
Heather was teaching at the elementary school in Malcolm last year when she found out firsthand the major difference that can be made by one pair of shoes to a young child who really, really needs them.
I said, do you like them? And he put his head up and he said, I love them. So that's where it's very, very rewarding.
Kind-hearted teachers like Heather get connected with their students, and it hurts when they know they can't provide them with everything.
But when you have a student that comes to school with holes in their shoes and the other kids say, why don't you replace those? Why don't you get new shoes? And that student just bows their head. That's when, as teachers, it's wonderful to be able to say, there's an organization and we can get you new shoes. And when you hand those to that student and they say, are these mine? I've never had a brand new pair of shoes that are my own. That's when you know that just that one thing has made a difference.
And isn't it just fun to think about all those cute little smiling faces of 717 kids around the capital city as they receive their brand spanking new Kicks, courtesy of this mission of love at the Spirit of Hope Lutheran Church on Northwest 1st Street. And Spirit of Hope is, they're catering to 11 different elementary schools around Lincoln this year, but with more than 30 elementary schools in Lincoln, they are looking for other organizations and congregations that might feel called to help fill out that Kicks for Kids need in Lincoln.
Lance, it's heartbreaking to hear stories like this that are happening in our community.
Absolutely. When you think of those kids that can't compete in gym class because of their shoes and they're wearing their Sunday bests that are 2 or 3 sizes too small, it really makes you want to do something that is helping the kids, and boy, Spirit of Hope is definitely getting that done.
A lot of great work by a lot of great people. We'll have our full forecast next.